Recording. So let's begin. And we're going to start from, let me adjust my screen because we're going to go from standing up, going down to the mat. Keep your blanket handy and keep your block handy. We're going to be using a block today. But as we stand in the middle of our mat in Samastiti, let's make sure that the feet are right under the hips. And if your knees are kind of like a little bit going in and your ankles kind of collapsing in, just press through the outside of your feet and pick up through the arches. Gently engage your quads, draw the belly in, shoulders back and down, relax the arms down by your body. Chin slightly back and then gently lower a little bit down to your chest to get that nice lengthen on your neck. You can have your eyes closed or you can lower the gaze towards the floor, avoiding distractions of the room. And just begin to bring the tension inward towards your breath. And as you breathe in and out, just do a little quick checkup in the body, noticing if you're holding tension. Just try to soften. And just feel now the breath moving in and out through the nose. Just feel the gentle movement of your breath within the body. You can feel the breath in your chest, how it expands out, how the lungs expand out. You can notice the breath down the belly, inhaling as you inhale, the belly balloons out, and as you exhale, the belly goes in. You can feel the breath through your nostrils and your throat. Just be aware of the air moving in and out. And gently, slowly, and gradually begin to lengthen your breath. Gradually make the inhales and the exhales a little bit deeper and longer than normal. Always without forcing the quality of your breath. It's a way to be present and grounded through the breath as we link breath and mind. Before we begin with the movement of the body, the Hatha Yoga, the practice of yoga, the physical movement. And keep your shoulders back and down with the inhale, lift the chin as you open the throat. Through the nose, exhale, guide the chin to your chest and stretch the back of your neck. Inhale to open and lift the chin. Exhale, chin to the chest. And linking the breath with the movement, keep moving with the breath. Inhale, the chin goes up. Exhale, the chin goes down to your chest. And 2 or 3 more rounds, gently loosening up the muscle of your neck. Round. As you keep the chin slightly tucked in, shoulders back and down, lift from the heart, and then rock your chin from one shoulder towards the opposite shoulder. One more round. Gently, the chin comes back to center, lift the head to neutral neck, take a deep inhale. Keep the chin parallel to the floor, and as you exhale, rotate the chin, look over to your right shoulder. Inhale, the head comes back through center. Exhale, look over to left shoulder. And back through center and to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Couple more round each side, moving with the breath. And back to center. Now inhale, lift the chin up, and exhale, rotate the chin to the right, to the chest. Inhale to the left and up. And exhale, same direction. 2 or 3 more rounds. Imagine you're trying to draw a circle with your chin. Moving slowly. And back to center. And now inhale, lift the chin up. Chin to the left, exhale to the chest, to the right and up. Same direction, 2 or 3 more rounds, moving slowly with the breath. And slowly head back to center. Draw the chin back, down to the chest, bring the arms to the side, flex the elbows, interlace the fingers behind your head, elbows in, and as you exhale, the chin goes down to your chest. Concentrate on the breath. And bring the elbows out, keep the hands to the back of the head, and have your feet a little bit wider than your hips, not too much. And as you exhale, press your left foot and guide the right elbow towards the floor. Stretch the left side of the torso. Inhale back through center. Exhale, go to the left. Back through center. Belly in. To the right. Through center. To the left. The center, 1 more each side, to the right, back to center, to the left, and return back to neutral position. Bring arms down to your hips, shoulders up, back, and down. So let's come. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me with the feet wide as your hip. Place your palm above your knees to your thighs. I'm going to work like a cat-cow here in position. So we'll begin with the elbows, slightly flex elbows by your rib cage. Arch the spine, look forward. And as you exhale, round the spine, elbow in, out, chin in, belly in. Inhale into the cow, elbows in, arch the spine, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, elbows out, chin in, belly in. Inhale into the cow, open your heart. Exhale, round the spine, elbows out, chin in. 1 more, arching the spine, elbows in, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine, elbows out, chin to the chest. Release the palms down with the knees slightly flex, relax your neck. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And slowly rounding the spine, heavy arms, heavy head all the way, come standing in position, shoulders up, back, and down. So here again, facing my screen with the feet under the hips, we're going to rock forward to the toes, heels up, and then heels out, and rock back to lift the toes and the ball of the feet if you can slightly, and rocking forward, heels up, lower the heels, rock back, toes up, and just keep moving at your own pace. Few rounds like this, testing the balance, strengthening those ankles, muscles, tendons and ligaments, also your calf muscles. Just keep the core engaged, couple more rounds, gently rocking forward and back, and then release. Hands to your waist, bring the right foot slightly out, and let's rotate from the hip joint, the knee, the ankle, the foot in one direction. Oh, my knee is cracking nicely today. I'm going into the opposite direction. And bring the top of the right foot back and gently press, just lean slightly back to get a gentle pressure on the top of your foot, top of your right ankle. Lift from the chest, feel the stretch. And release, right foot under your right hip. Now let's do the same thing. Left foot slightly out. Let's Rotate in one direction from your hip joint. One. First in one direction, and then from the hip joint, mobilizing the knee, the ankle, the foot on the other direction. And then bring the left top of the foot back and engage the core, lean slightly back with the left knee bent, and just feel the gentle stretch. It could be a little bit of wee. On the front of your left ankle, lift from the heart. God, I love asymmetrical posture. I mean, it can tell you the imbalances in the body, which side is compensating, overcompensating, or whatnot. Okay, left foot under your left hip, and then slowly bring the arms overhead, and exhale, fall forward from the hips, holding opposite elbows, bend the knee stretch, bend the knee slightly, and bring the crown of the head towards the floor. Just stretch your back. Feel the space getting created between each vertebrae, the muscles gently pulling away. Keep the chin in, allow gravity to help you with this gentle stretch. Lower back, middle back, even the cervical spine, and also the back of the legs. Now release, bring the hands to your hips, keep the chin in, engage the core, and then slowly bring the spine back up to standing Samasthiti. Take a moment, breathing in and out. And now from here, we're going to again rock back and forth, and we're going to include chair pose. So from here, rock forward, bring the arms forward and up. Exhale, lower the heels, flex the knees, sweep the arms forward, down, hands by your hips, open the chest, chair pose. Inhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms up and overhead, coming to your toes, heels up. Exhale, heels down, flex the knees, sweep the arms down by your hips, open the heart. Inhale, straighten the both knees, arms overhead, rocking to your toes, heels up, heels down, flex the knee, and lower into chair. And keep moving 3 or 4 more rounds like this, reaching the fingertips as you lift the heels, and then as you lower the heels, your hands coming down by your hips. With the breath, inhaling when you come up, engage the core, heels up. Exhale, heels down, sweep the arms down by your hip. 1 more round. Working with balance and strength at the same time. Inhale, coming up into the heel, into the toes. Heels down, flex the knee, chair pose, and then straighten the legs. Bring the hands to the heart center, and take a moment here in Anjali Mudra, Samasthiti, with the hands to the heart, to reconnect back with the breath. And slowly lower the hands down by your hips. Now we're going to go to the front of the mat. So we're going to be stepping back instead of stepping forward with the feet under the hips in Samasthiti again. Equal distribution of the weight in both feet. Bring the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Release the spine, crown of the head towards the floor, hands towards the mat, Uttanasana. Standing forward bend. Bring the hands under the knees, move the chest away, halfway up into 90-degree angle, and exhale to fall forward to release the spine. Now step back with your right foot. Whoops, stay back with the right foot. Sorry, I have my mat is a little bit out of. And keep your right heel off the mat. So you are in high lunge, and from here, engage the core, engage the legs, and we're going to bring the arms forward and up and straighten your left leg. Your right heel is off the mat. As you flex your left knee, sweep the arms down by your hips, open the chest. Balance and strength again. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms overhead. Exhale, flex the knee, lower the hands down by your hips. This is too much for you. Lower the right heel down and work with warrior 1, flexing and extending the front leg. So that's your modification. Flex your left knee, lower the hands down. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms overhead. Flex and lower. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms up. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, lower the hands down towards the floor. Flex your right knee and bring the right foot to meet your left foot to the front of the mat. Holding from the opposite elbow, stretch your spine, take a break. Crown of the head is pointing towards the mat. Deep inhale, long, deep exhale. Hands to your hips, engage the core, lift the head and the chest. Let's come to Samastiti again, equal standing pose. Hands to the heart. Let's check in with the breath again. Noticing the length, noticing if you want a little bit short or choppy on the breath, and try to slow it down. With the next inhalation, arms overhead, exhale, swan dive, fall forward, Uttanasana, standing forward. Bring the hands under the knees, move the chest away, halfway up. Exhale, hands towards the floor, stepping back now with your left foot, left heel is off the mat, right knee is bent in 90-degree angle. If you need to modify, you can lower the heel now here to come slowly with the core engaged, straighten your right leg, work with the balance and the strength and bring the arms overhead. Exhale, flex your right knee, bring the arms down by your hips. Keep your left leg straight, inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, flex and lower, hands down by your hips, open the chest. Inhale, straighten your right leg, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, flex and down. Inhale, straighten and up. Exhale, flex and down. One more. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, flex, hands towards the floor, flex your left knee, step forward with your left foot and standing in Uttanasana, holding from the opposite elbows, crown of the head is pointing towards the floor. Just breathe here. Hands towards the hips, engage the core, the belly, chin in, and let's all return back to standing position. Hands to the heart center. Let's reconnect back with the breath. And release. Now let's grab the mat, the block, and we're going to start this one with a standing position with the feet wider than your hips. And have your feet wider than your hips. Keep your left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Rotate the right foot so the toes are pointing the front of the mat. And place your block. Remember, there's 3 levels. This is level 1, level 2, and level 3. Place whichever level allows you to reach with your hands and touch the block. If it's still like too low, you can use your leg, but never put the pressure on your kneecap, please. So in my case, I'm going to put in level 2. And from here, lift the spine, shoulders over to your hips, arms to the side. Flex your right knee, look over to your right hand into warrior 1. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Exhale with a knee bend, lower the palm to your block, left arm goes up. Inhale, keep the right knee bent, peaceful warrior. Right arm over to your right ear, left hand behind by your left leg. And exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, keep the knee bent all the time. Exhale, right hand to the block, left hand up. And engage the core to inhale and exhale into peaceful warrior. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Look over to your right hand. Inhale into the chest. Exhale, hand to the block and reach through the fingertips of your opposite hand. Inhale, come up. And exhale, release into warrior 2. Deep inhale. And exhale into block to the hand. Inhale, come up and exhale, peaceful warrior, right arm over to your right ear. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, keep your right knee bent, lower the hand down, reach to the opposite hand. Inhale and exhale, peaceful warrior. Take a deep inhale and exhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Last round, take a deep inhale, exhale, right hand to your block, reach to the opposite hand. Take an inhale, come back to center, and as you exhale, come into peaceful warrior. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Hands to the hips, straighten your right leg, lower your hand to grab your block, rotate the right foot, and rotate the left heel in, and place the block now by your left foot. Find the balance, the level of your block to work on this side. Right foot parallel to the front, shoulders over your hips, flex your knee. Make sure you're not collapsing the knee in. Your knee is right over to your ankle. Arms to the side, look over to your left hand, Virabhadrasana 2. Deep inhale into the chest. Keep your left knee all the time bent. Exhale, lower the left hand down and reach with the arm up. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, release the right hand by your right leg, left arm over to the ear, peaceful warrior. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Deep, long inhale, long exhale, slowly lower to your block as you reach the fingertips of your right hand. Engage, inhale up, and exhale into peaceful warrior. Keep your left knee bent, strong leg. Inhale, exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, look over to your left hand. Take an inhale, left hand down to the block and reach with your right hand. Engage the core, inhale and exhale, peaceful warrior, left arm over to left ear. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Take a deep inhale, left hand down to the block, reach through the fingertips of your right hand. One more time, engage the core and exhale into peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hand to the block. Inhale, back up into our last peaceful warrior. Exhale, hand in T position, straighten your left leg, move your block away, turn the left foot forward so your both feet are parallel and facing forward. Bring the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the arms out and behind you. Interlace the fingers down your sacrum, open the chest, guide the chin to your chest, engage the core, deep, long, sweet exhale, and gently, with exhalation, we lower the crown of the head towards the mat, and we guide the hands up to the sky. If this is too much for you, keep the hands down by your sacrum with your elbows flexed. Just do whatever works for your shoulders, joints here, and your wrist. Take a deep inhale, lower the hands down to the sacrum, engage the core, and then slowly release the hands down towards the floor, round the spine, and come all the way up. Shoulders up, back, and down. Flex your right knee. One step under the right hip, left foot under your left hip. Hands to the heart. Good job, everybody. Take a moment here. Connect with the breath. Nice, long, deep breath. And slowly lower the hands down by your hips. Now, this time we're going to go to the back of the mat with the feet again under the hips. Keep your blanket and your block handy. So from the back, inhale, arms overhead, nice long spine, pull the belly in, chin into the chest, swan dive to lengthen the spine, to release his hands towards the mat, Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Hands under the knees again, move the chest and the thighs away from the thighs into the flat back, and exhale, slowly lower it down. Now, keep your blanket handy here. We're going to place the handy where the knees are going to go when we go down to protect our knees. So from here, let's walk the hands forward into downward dog with the wrists wide as your shoulders and the feet wide as your hips. Take a deep inhale and exhale. The knees are coming down to your blanket or your towel or to your mat. And then let's move to Balasana, child's pose, as we soften the elbows and we lower the forehead towards the mat, towards the floor, towards the block, never holding the head in the air. Just modify to avoid tension in your neck and shoulders. Just breathe. And gently, let's all find our way to tabletop. From here, let's move into the cat-cow again, mobilizing the spine. From neutral position, inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine into angry cat. Inhale, arch the spine, drop the belly, open the heart. Exhale, belly goes in, chin in, and round the spine. And at your own pace, 2 or 3 more rounds. Let's mobilize the spine a little bit, linking the breath with the movement. And then slowly again, move the hips to the heels to child's pose, Balasana. 2 or 3 round breath. Back through center, stepping forward with your left foot, left knee is over to your left ankle, and right knee is not under my right hip. My right knee is a little slightly back. We want to open, stretch the iliopsoas, the hip flexor. So have your hands to your left thigh, and if you're kind of looking forward, just press and move the chest away. Pelvis and hips to the front of the mat. Release the hands down by your side with the palms facing up, and gently arching the spine, opening the chest. Keep the breath flowing. Bring the arms out and up. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, take an inhale, and exhale gently. The torso of the spine moves a little bit to the left to go deeper into the right side. Concentrate on not holding the breath. The breath is always flowing, moving. And the spine comes back to center, hands towards the floor, stretching your left leg, move the hips back, pick up the ball of the foot and chin to your chest to stretch the back of your left leg. It's an asymmetrical stretch. Use your deep exhales to go a little bit deeper into your stretch. Flex your left knee, bring the left knee to meet your right knee, and then step forward with your right. So right knee is over to your right ankle, left knee slightly back, and place the hands to your thighs to move the chest again away from your thighs. So you want to open the chest, bring the arms overhead, nice long spine, and then bring the hands down by your hips as you turn the palms facing forward to get that gently upper spine stretch. I mean, you're stretching the front of your chest, but the upper spine is also moving and opening. So there is no rounding of the upper spine, in other words. So from here, take a deep inhale, bring the hands overhead, grab your left wrist with your right hand with the elbows flexed, take an inhale, exhale, gently guide the spine to the right. And breathe through your left side. Iliopsoas stretch is something we need to be doing as much as you can to avoid any pressure on the sciatic nerve. And coming back to center, hands towards the floor, straighten your right leg, move the hips back, chin to your chest, and relax your neck and shoulders. Deep exhale, please. And flexing the right knee, bring the right knee back, and let's all move to child's pose. As we move the hips to the heels, relax the forehead towards the floor, towards the block. Take a moment, concentrate back on the breath. by your knees. Now remove the blanket or the towel from your mat, and we're going to come to table with the knees bent. We're going to rock the chest slightly forward, flex the elbows, and Chaturanga Dandasana to lower the chest, the belly. Let's turn the head to one side and the arms down by your side as you relax your shoulders, elbows. Take a moment here and a break to just rest and gather some energy back up. Lift the head, turn it over to the opposite side. And bring the forehead towards the floor. Keep the arms down by your side with the palms facing up. Feet and legs are together. It's like you just grew a long tail behind your back. Chin to your chest. We're going to come into Shalabhasana, locust pose. So as we lift the head, lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the feet, engage the back muscle. Don't look forward. Keep your neck neutral. Exhale, everything goes down. Press through the hips and pelvis, legs feet together. Deep inhale, activate those muscles, come up. Exhale, gently down, down, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. And down. 2 more rounds, inhaling as you engage and lift. Exhale down towards the floor. Last round, inhale up and all the way down. Now have your hands under the shoulders gently. Press to lift the chest, the belly, the hips. Move the hips to the heels to child's pose to counterbalance that back bend. Release lower back, middle back, shoulders, neck. And just take a time here to go through your breath. And slowly from tabletop, let's drop the hips to one side. Keep your block and your blanket handy. Let's come to the front of the mat with the feet wide as your hips. Let's do a little bit of core engage and strengthening here with the knees bent. Lean slightly back, engage the core. This is, we're going to work on Navasana, boat pose. So don't rounding, lift the chest, lean slightly back, feet off the mat. So you can have the arms down. So this is a modification. It's not a straight leg with the knees bent. You can have the arms parallel to your legs. If you need support, bring one hand behind you, but keep the core and the spine, the muscle of the spine strong and activated. And of course, don't forget to breathe. You notice you are kind of rounding, engage, and lower the feet down. Farmer's pose, relax your neck, relax your spine. Take a couple breaths. Lift the chest, and let's do it again. Lean slightly back, belly in, hands to your knees, pick up the feet, use the hand if you need for support, shoulders back and down, upper spine flat, middle back engage, nice deep breath. And feet down with the sole of the feet together, knees up, round the spine and bring the crown of the head towards the feet. Release your hips, relax your pelvic floor, the entire length of the spine, the outside of the hips. Take a moment. And slowly from here, lift the head, lift the chest. Let's go back down. So with the feet wide, hands to your knees, round the spine, one verb at a time. And we're going to use the blanket to support our head or our necks. So just make sure your head is protected, so your neck especially. So have your feet wide as your hips with the knees bent, hands to your belly. Take a few rounds of breath here. And grab your block and place your block in between your thighs. Not in the knees, but more like in their thighs because we want to activate those muscles. So press the block, have your feet wide as the hip, chin slightly tucked in. And as we inhale, we press the block, we come into bridge and we'll bring the arms overhead, palm facing up. Press the block, exhale, spine down, arms, hands down, back to the floor. Press the block and lift with inhalation as you bring the arms overhead. Press the block, slowly exhale, lower the bridge as you lower the hands and the arms. Press the block, come into your bridge, release the arms behind you. Press the block, slowly exhale, in control, lower down, arms, hips, and spine. Two more. Press the block, come into your bridge, activate those hips muscles, the legs, the glutes. Exhale slowly down, 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 down. One more. Press the block and lift into your bridge. Bring the arms behind you. Flex the elbows. Keep the hips up into your bridge. Keep pressing the block. Keep lifting and then slowly upper spine goes down, middle back goes down, lumbar spine, sacrum. Bring the hands to your blocks. Remove the block in between the thighs. And let's do a few rounds of Uttanasana to counterbalance the back bend. So the knees are into your knees. You are flexing the elbows, guiding the thighs into the chest. Inhale away. Exhale into the chest. And just keep moving at your own pace. Again, linking the breath with the movement. And slowly lower the right foot down. Place your left foot on top of your right thigh. Let's do our IT band stretch always. And holding from the hamstrings, let's mobilize the right knee. Inhale, straighten the right leg up. Exhale, flex, lower the heel down. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, flex and lower. Inhale, straighten up. Flex and down. And just keep moving, 2 or 3 more rounds, mobilizing the knee at the same time. You're stretching your left hip. And now straighten, hold it and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Flex your right knee, lower the right foot down, lower the left foot down, and now switch legs. Right foot goes on top of your left thigh, holding the hamstring with both hands. Inhale, your left leg goes up. Flex the knee, lower the heel, chin in. Inhale, straighten up. Flex and down. Inhale, straighten your left leg up. Flex and down. Inhale, straighten. Flex and down. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex. Inhale, straighten and flex and point, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Flex your left knee, release your right foot down so both feet are wide as your hips. Hug yourself, flatten your lower back. Head off the mat, forehead to your knees. Exhale, head down. Now guide the thighs and the knees away so the knees are over to your hips and the feet are in the same line with your knees. Arms in T position. Take a deep inhale, engage the core, lower back, flatten the mat, twisting to the left slowly in control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage the core back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the right, slowly exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to the left slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stay. And guide your right knee closer to your left knee. Turn the head to your right shoulder and concentrate on the twist and the breath. Release, engage the core slowly back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In control, twist to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Engage back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last round to the right. Slowly exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold in position. Head over to your left shoulder. Breathing in and out as you let go in this twist. Jatara Paravriti. Other than normal. That's its translation of the name of this asana. Slowly release, engage the core and back to center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feet down with the knees bent. Let's come to bridge to align your spine. Exhale, release it down. Hug yourself, separate the legs so the thighs are outside your ribcage. Bring the feet up and holding. If you can reach the outside of your feet or the outside of your legs into happy baby. Keep the chin in, the lower back as flat as you can towards the mat. Just breathe through this nice stretch. Feet down, wide as the mat, and let's do some windshield wiper movement to mobilize those hips. Head goes into the opposite direction, gently moving from side to side. Keep the feet out and guide the thighs and the knees in and bring the palms to your belly. Breathe through the abdomen. Lengthening your breath, slowing it down to calm the mind down. Bring the arms to the side in T position, separate the knees. Windshield wiper again the legs. The head goes into the opposite direction. Back to center. This time, walk the feet so the feet are together. And we're going to open the knees out in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. So the sole of the feet are together. And again, bring the palms down to your belly. Breathe through the lower abdomen. Slow down your speed, the speed of your breath. Slowly guide the thighs and the knees in. Now straighten your right leg forward, the left foot, point the toes, bring both arms overhead and reach to the fingertips. You're creating a nice space, growing taller, creating space in between each vertebrae. Feel the feet reaching in one direction, the toes and the fingers in the opposite direction. Take a deep inhale, flex the knees, hug yourself, flatten your lower back, lift the head off the mat, forehead to your knees. Exhale, head down, keep the thighs into the chest, rock your head from side to side. Head back through center, lower the feet down and slide the right foot to the right corner of the mat. And then cross the left leg over to your right ankle. Bring both arms overhead, flex the elbows, grab your left wrist with your right hand, and as you exhale, guide the torso to the right. Make sure your elbows are down, flex back, you're not lifting the elbow off the mat, try to open from the chest, and feel the stretch in those intercostal muscles in between the left side of your rib cage. Breathe to the left side of your left lung. Relax your left shoulder, relax your left elbow. And slowly return the spine back to center and the crossing of the leg. The left leg goes to the left corner and cross the right leg over to your left ankle. Grab your right wrist with the left hand, flex the elbows, take a deep inhale, and exhale, guide the spine gently to the left. Relax your right shoulder with your right elbow and breathe now through the right side of the torso. Spine back through center, arms back through center, and do the crossing of the legs. Bring the right foot to the right corner, keep the left foot on the left corner of the mat. Turn the feet out, and then lower the arms down towards the floor with the palm facing up, arms away from the body, and you are now in your Shavasana, your final pose. This is the time of reintegration. This is a time of practicing letting go and be okay of the idea of stillness for a few minutes. Just you and yourself with your body, being aware of the needs of your body. If you're still holding some tensions, a moment here to bring attention to the sole of the feet. And we're going to move the breath as we visualize different parts of the body. So we're going to kind of going up and down with the breath. From the sole of the feet, take a deep inhale and bring the inhale up to your knees. And as you exhale, release the exhalation down to the sole of the feet. With your next inhale from the sole of the feet, slowly bring the inhalations all the way up to the top of your thighs. Exhale, move gently the exhalation down to the sole of the feet. With the inhale from the sole of the feet, go all the way up to the top of your hips. And as you exhale, the exhalation moves down to the sole of the feet. Inhale, bring the breath all the way up to the upper part of your rib cage. And exhale, move the exhalation sweet and long down to the sole of the feet. Take a next inhale all the way up to the top of the shoulders. And as you exhale, nice sweet exhale all the way down to the sole of the feet. Now bring the inhalation all the way up to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, gently release your exhale down to the sole of the feet. Take a moment. Notice the body. Notice the breath. Just breathe naturally as you let go any remaining tension on your muscles, ligaments, tendons. Keep slowly breathing to release those internal organs. Gently let go, melt down, surrender, soften into a nice, deep, and sweet rest. Now begin gently deepening your breath. So let go with the exhales. Slowly rock your head from side to side as you wiggle the toes and the fingers. And with your next inhale, bring the hands overhead, point through the toes, create space. Take a deep, deep, deep inhale, and as you exhale, round the spine, hug yourself, gently roll over to one side. Take a moment. Don't rush, please. The head comes last. Slowly, please join me. Let's all sit together. Sitting comfortably with the knees bent in Sukhasana, easy pose, or any other pose that you can stay for a few minutes comfortable without fighting with the hips or the spine. If you need to sit in a chair, please do so. Hands to your hands, lift from the chest. And we're going to keep working on lengthening the breath, because that's, as we slow the breath down, the mind slows down, and that's the goal of yoga. So let's bring the visualization back again. This time is going to go from the pelvic floor. And as we inhale, we're going to visualize the front of the body. Imagine the breath is coming and covering all the front of our body, going all the way up to the crown of the head, to the crown chakra. And as we exhale, the exhalation is going to melt down through the spine all the way down back to the pelvic floor. And we're going to surround ourselves with that breath cycle, visualizing the movement of the breath and the front and the back of the body. Long, deep breath. Slowly return to your regular breath. Just bring the attention to the heart center. Just breathe there. And if you'd like to join me, taking an inhale in between each round of Om Namo Namaha. We're inviting ourselves to let go, to surrender to any result that maybe is not the result we're looking for. Letting go any feeling that brings darkness in our hearts, any emotion that brings anxiety in our minds. So let's bring the palms together. Perhaps think about something specifically you would like to let go today. And please repeat after me. Om Namo Namaha. 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 I let go, not mine. I surrender. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet thoughts to cultivate. And may all have peaceful, loving, sweet words to offer always. And may our actions always be inspired by love, peace, compassion, sweetness. Om Shanti Shanti. And I thank you all very much for being here today. Namaskar. Thank you.